They delivered the following episode.
Yep.
Okay, you hear that, Jujutsu Kaisen?
Yep.
They delivered the next episode. Okay,
Yeah.
3 episodes of setup. Okay,
Yeah.
I need some deliverance.
Welcome back to On-Site Verdict, and today we're gonna get into some pretty interesting heat that came out this weekend.
Yep.
Some more heat than others, and I'm gonna tell you why, in my opinion. So we're gonna start with Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yes,
and
sir.
boy,
Which episode again was it?
this was episode 8 of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
total.
Okay.
So it's a second season, second core of this season, and what we have seen so far has been a subpar, and then subpar. That's my opinion.
It
You
was
know what I
mid.
mean?
It was mid.
I just feel like everything that was said that, yo, when this comes out, fam, it's gonna be the greatest you ever seen in your life. Prepare your eyes for this feast. I'm not eating. I'm not full.
Nope.
I'm asking for the waiter to bring me some more.
Honestly,
I'm question marks every episode. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Yo,
Like, there's no reason for this to be doing this to me. This is supposed to be the top tier, the creme de la creme. Oh my god, no, it's not. It's like, oh my god, that's it.
I thought it was gonna be the start of the dinner, because after that good appetizer they gave me, they gave me a really good appetizer with the mojito fight and the Mekamaru.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, all right, bet, let me see. And I took the first bite of this, and I'm like, I don't know. That appetizer was better.
Yeah.
I should have ordered another one of those.
Yeah, honestly, like, I'm like, bro, the mojito fight with Mekamaru, like, I felt the passion. I felt the underdog syndrome. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was rooting for the underdog, and I was like, bet, Leo, let's get it. And then this episode came along, and there wasn't that much emotions along with it. You know what I mean?
None.
Like that whole fight with the whole fight with Yuji, it just was was subpar.
Dude, that animation compared to what we got the week before, it was just so a little disappointing, because they try to do these fights. I'm not gonna lie, man. One Piece does it better. With like Luffy's Gatling gun.
Yeah.
The animation is so much better than fight that we got with it, because he did the same. Usually did the same thing. He was going blows for blows with the grasshopper, just to kind of like, we saw some greatness of him doing his Black Flash as he's attacking. But that's about it, man. Like, those scenes where they were fighting, going in between walls, and one of the parts, you don't even see a hole in the wall. It's like they reused a part of like them breaking through and doing the exact same animation. And, like, again, there was no hole breaks or anything like that. It looked really awkward.
And then in between, between those wall breaks, they put this cartoonish panel.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all caught it, but there was a cartoonish panel between the wall breaks, and that just, like, it didn't flow. Like, there's sometimes where you can put a cartoonish panel where you put the graphics on it down, and it's like, oh, okay, I like this because it's at a funny moment, it's at a different moment that you can put it in. But in a mid scene where you show all panels that are like good graphics, and then you throw mid panel just a cartoonish, badly drawn panel, it's kind of like, yo, what was that?
Yeah, especially when it's glaring like that. Like, and don't get me wrong, I know we're saying a lot of bad points. This episode definitely has some good points too.
Yeah.
Like, we see it that it's Jujutsu Kaisen is being really strategic, and everything's being explained. Like, we find out in the beginning of the episode, we have Mei explaining how, like, oh yeah, like, from what they're seeing is first of all, we see where her ability is, where she's kind of summoning crows, and she's able to kind of control crows. And then from using that, she's kind of understanding what's happening in the train station, or like basically how they're pushing all the non-sorcerers all the way to the bottom.
Yep.
And they're actually turning some of the sorcerers into those little homunculi looking things.
Yeah.
And then again, that got explained in the beginning, and we see it from Mei's perspective. And then towards the end, we actually get it from Getzo's side, where he's explaining exactly why they're doing it, the reason, their plan, and you kind of see how their plan is being laid out, which I feel like it's amazing, because it shows, like, one, how strong Gojo is.
Yeah.
And it's showing, like, yo, man, if we're gonna really beat Gojo, which has kind of happened in the prequel, basically, when we saw them back then, how hard did this man have to go to freaking defeat Gojo, because
Yeah.
he defeated Gojo.
Yeah,
He had a whole plan set up with everything. He had to put a whole plan in effect, and not just one plan in effect. He had to put multiple plans in effect just for Gojo. Like everything that he's doing right now is literally just to capture Gojo right now. So, but that's what makes me mad about this episode.
Yeah,
was that was the highlight of the episode. It was him trying to do a strategic plan just to capture Gojo, and the plan taking place on Gojo versus showcasing Yuji's strength with with the grasshopper. Because they even attempted the fact of trying to boast up how strong a grasshopper is, how strong the locust is, where they referenced, oh, okay, it will demolish this whole plagues and they leave all of this behind and it devastation. But they didn't even highlight the strongest parts about the grasshopper. Like, how about you highlight the strengths in the legs of the grasshopper? How about you highlight the wings on it? How about you highlight how strong, you know what I mean? Like, what the push average is on it. Like, then we can really understand what Yuji was going against.
And then I'm not gonna lie, it's actually because the thing is, like, the plague of a locust is plague. We know that they devour crops and areas that they develop. Heck, it's one of the things that's in the Bible. Like, it's like one of the things that's like that I can't.
It's a plague.
A plague. It's a plague. So, and then you know what the thing is? This is a singular grasshopper though. It's not. He has a freaking a squad full of grasshoppers, because that's when they're deadly. They're like a whole swarm of locusts and stuff like that. You just got one.
Yeah.
All right. And like, he's supposed to be really strong, and I know he's a collective of, like, you know, all that, the cursed energy from that. And he's supposed to be the embodiment of that. But it just really felt lackluster, especially compared to what we saw with Mekamaru and Mahito. That is like, to me, I don't know, compared to how the fight was in episode 7 with Mahito and Mekamaru, I feel like Mekamaru could be Yuji. Like, I didn't like this is supposed to be the episode where Yuji is like, I'm strong. I've gotten so much stronger. I mean, I could whip out Black Flash back to back to back. Boom, 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 boom. I could go through concrete walls and not even make a hole. Boom, boom, boom. That's what he does. But like the thing is, again, with Mahito, it's just like, this man does domain expansion, and even though the enemy Mekamaru had this simple domain, which we kind of see how that's a counter to domain expansion, it was very lit. But we see Mahito countered that. Yeah. Well, with this one, we just saw Yuji being like, yo, I'm just gonna be strong. You know, I'm gonna take everything serious, and I'm just gonna mess things up. I'm gonna fuck it up.
Yeah, no, I mean, Mahito, like I said, the fight with Mahito and Mekamaru was a fight between a top tier player fighting against somebody just to basically show y'all what he could do. Yeah. But like, yo, I can smack around people like no issue if I choose to. Same thing with Yuji. Yuji fought a guy who was supposedly raw, but he wasn't, because even when he died, Mahito was like, yo, that nigga's raw. How he lost like that? I want to fight the nigga who beat him, but I gotta go. Like, he was excited. So that's just saying Yuji beat somebody that was worth beating, but didn't even beat him with any kind of sweat, any kind of problem.
We didn't even know.
He just beat him. He was just like, done. All right,
done.
Now, so but like
we didn't know he was raw.
He was taking it serious. He's not playing anymore. He's not like the first season where he was, questioning and second guessing how he was gonna kill these monsters. Like, can he go through with it? Now he's more like, you guys taking life, I have to defend these people now. There's no more nice guy type shit. I've seen a lot of people die because I hesitated. I don't want to be that guy anymore. So I just think that overall, for me, the episode gives me a good vibe. It gives me information. It gives two separate fights, because the Gojo fight, we didn't reference it enough, was actually a really good fight.
It's not a fight.
Well, it is a self-defense class.
It is
of how Gojo is just too raw to even be predicted.
Hold on,
it is an incident.
It is an incident,
because it's not a fight, because the only punches that were thrown and hit was against themselves. Like, they literally try to hit Gojo, and Gojo just dies, and then they punch themselves. It was like, whoa.
But the thing
that was it. They was just killing innocent people.
But that's the beauty of it, because it's all part of the plan.
Yeah.
Their plan is to kind of do all this, and then kind of leading him to these places, led him to be surrounded by these normal people. Yeah. So that way they could, again, initiate their plan and stuff like that. And that's what I love about it, because it's so tactical. Okay? Yeah. Because if it's just raw, and then you even hear Gojo saying, it's like, yo, I'm disappointed you think that this is enough to take me down.
Yeah.
Like the audacity that you have to think that this is gonna do something to me. Like, what the hell is wrong? And then he just mean mugs the hell out of them. Bandages, like literally just look at, bro. It was just so dope.
Yo, honestly,
it kind of helps the episode from the lackluster animation we got with the Yuji fight. It helps it a little bit. But it's just like, just give me the same treatment you did to Mahito the Mekumaru. Just give me with all the other fights, and I'm telling you, I will give you high scores on these ratings.
I agree. I just look, man. When you take time off the way you took time off, I expect you to come back with greatness.
Right.
I don't expect to hear an episode where I gotta question it. Attack on Titan took many times off. Multiple times off. They took years and months off in between parts.
Right.
At no point did I watch an Attack on Titan episode and I was like, what the fuck is this? Mm-hmm. What are they doing?
Yeah.
What'd you take time off for?
It was great.
No. Every episode got us fucked up.
Even when they changed studios in the very last
Didn't
seasons
matter.
and stuff like that.
Kept it
They
moving.
changed studios and it was still good.
It was
Smooth
still
operator.
I know a lot of people complain about the animation is not the
But
same
you
and stuff like
can't-
that. It was still
on point.
good.
It was still on point.
still good.
It was still on point.
So like, yo, I fully agree with what you're saying with that, bro. Like,
And the thing is like, look, I understand, like, the manga readers, they hype it up, and I know you're a manga reader, but they hype it up because they know what it is, and I'm expecting every episode to be on point. And even if it is a setup episode, at least give me the animation that you are on par with. Like, you are supposed to be like top 2 animation, and like, you know what I mean? Like, they're supposed to be like, you're supposed to be named on the highest levels of animation.
Yeah.
And then you give me an episode like this, and it's like, bro, I can't give you the same tier because of the other animes that I've watched. At least give me the same quality. Like, even if it's not the best episode that we've seen, they at least give me a good enough animation quality on each anime episode for me to be like, well, the animation, the consistency of the animation.
Thank you. That right there.
Perfect. The consistency of the animation is there. And on this just episode, you get a lot of negative points on that because it's like, come on, bro. Like, you could have made this a lot better. And because you try to the only way that I knew the grasshopper was strong was because exactly.
Yeah.
Mahito was just like, yo, damn, he was pretty strong. How'd he get on? I was like, yo, was he?
Yeah, he was like, yeah, there must be a really strong sorcerer down there to defeat him. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, nigga, Mekumaru would have kicked Yuji's ass, bro. That's how it felt like. I'm like, yo, yeah, he defeated this curse. But, like, it didn't feel that impactful compared to the way that Mahito defeated Mekumaru, bro. And I'm like, and then again, you giving Yuji some false confidence for me because I'm like, you making it seem like Yuji's that guy. Yeah. And he kind of did some subpar thing against a curse.
You said not impactful. I agree with you. That's why I give this a 6 because it was not impactful to me. I think it was just a regular episode. They had some information. They gave me a little bit of action between 2 different characters. But Yuji is the main character who we've been waiting to come onto the screen to deliver some of the shit that made us want to continue watching this show from the beginning.
Right.
When Yuji would put hands on people, we was like, yo, this man's that guy.
Yeah.
In this episode, I just feel like he's a guy in the show who put hands on a supposedly strong demon that wasn't, curse that wasn't exactly that strong. So it just like his fight that was unimpactful, this episode was unimpactful.
I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna give it a 6 as well. That was the main character of the series, by the way, that had this very unimpactful fight.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm not disapproving giving other people to time to shine, like Mekumaru showing how much he's capable of. But when it comes to the main character, man, I'm expecting some better treatment from a main character. Okay, and this fight again, it's supposed to be his showcase showing how strong he is, and
like a time skip.
Didn't like it. I didn't like it.
They skipped his time.
They did. I mean, I got you. He goes through walls now. That's what I'm seeing. Right. His hands glow. And again, the highlights for me in this episode was like the beginning with Maya a little bit, and like it just because it connected with Gojo, because like, even hers a little like wishy-washy a little, because you just learn more about her and her little brother and like that weird anime kind of sibling relationship that they had, and then and again, I just love the way that we get her perspective, and then we get a bigger breakdown with Geto. And I feel like, and then the whole, I'm not sorry, the breakdown with Geto, and then the whole Gojo, how he reacted to their plan. I feel like that was the highlight to the episode for me. I expect better. I'm agree with your verdict. I'm gonna give it the same verdict. I'm gonna give it a six. I'm gonna give it a 6. It could have done better.
That's
I feel like
crazy.
they were.
Yeah, well, that's not crazy. Because
Yeah.
I give it a 6.5. Like, I give it a 6.5. My biggest my biggest criticism on this episode was honestly the animation on it. Like, I honestly, if they would have gave me a solid animation throughout the whole anime where it wouldn't take me out to be like, yo, what the heck was that?
Right.
Like, I would have given it a little bit of higher score because I can understand a setup episode.
Yeah.
But
this is the
but
third
the thing
one,
is,
though.
but the thing is, if it was a whole setup episode, I would have gave it more.
Right.
Because I understand it's a whole setup episode of showing how Gojo's so raw that they have to set up everything around it just so that they have to make up multiple plans just to get Gojo trapped.
Right.
You know what I mean? I understand if that was the sole priority of this episode. But they also wanted to show Yuji and showcase the strength that how strong Yuji got. But that showcase was insignificant. And it wasn't as much. I didn't have emotions. I didn't have strong emotions for Yuji to get, you know what I mean? Like, Yuji didn't get, like, me going. The Mechamaru scene got me going.
Yeah.
That was like an under... And I mean, I understand because it was like an underdog fight trying to fight a big one. And you kind of thought that the underdog was possibly going to win this one. But this Yuji fight didn't give me any emotions at all. Like,
nothing.
I didn't fear it. And maybe that's just them trying to showcase Yuji's strength. But the animation on that whole thing was just not good. So that means to show me that you didn't even really care to highlight this fight to show him how strong he was in this. I need to see the progression on him. You know what I mean? Like, this is a progression arc, and you're not really giving me the impactfulness that I need for it.
Yeah, it's definitely expect more. And again, I'm expecting more from you in the future because like this can't keep happening. Okay, you can't give me a really good episode and then give me a really subpar episode. Okay, you took 3 weeks off. And I was all for you guys taking the weeks off to make sure that if what I got with the Mechamaru fight, I'm expecting to happen with every episode from here on forward. And like, you should give it to us. You should be giving your fans this, okay? It shouldn't be hard.
You said you want what happened with the Mechamaru fight to happen consistently?
Yes.
Well, consistently, Bleach has been doing that.
Man,
that's all I got to say.
Because you're not wrong.
I can't tell you that Bleach has sucked in any week other than the week it didn't come on.
Yeah.
Right.
The 1 week that they took a week off, I was like, you dumb.
Right.
Yeah. How dare you?
Don't do that to me. You're better than this, Bleach.
And guess what? They took 1 day off, just
and then
one day off, and came back with flame.
Like, I'm sorry, we're gonna get you right now.
Right this moment, Bleach came out the gate with a you for thinking that we suck.
Yeah.
After 10 years of being gone, they not playing games.
They're not.
Man. It's called the 1,000-Year Blood War.
You thought we was going? No, sir.
And I've seen gallons, pints.
I was gonna say the last 2 episodes was really blood heavy for sure.
What?
It was central point, you could say.
So first of all, Captain Hisagaya, we seen in the last episode, we was like, yo, what the f***? He's on zombies.
Yeah, he got a tan, my dude.
For on some real stuff, I was like, first when I seen him, I thought he was like, yo, Captain Hisagaya is black now?
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, that's crazy. But I guess he's you know what I mean? They turned into a zombie. Right. I guess zombies just turned to black now. Well, but he definitely has some physical enhancements.
I was about to say, he probably took a quick trip to Florida, went to the beach real quick, and came back.
How you had to die to be who you really were?
Bro,
because he was not that good ever.
Yo, he's a savage now.
He's been great, but he was never this great.
Bro,
my dude was working everybody in base form.
Easily.
In base, he didn't do Shikai, didn't do Bankai, and he was just like,
bro, this man does moves that he's never done as a human, as a zombie. And I'm like, what happened? Like, why weren't you doing this as a human, sir?
Yes, bro. Like, you unlocking your full potential now? What are you, freaking Gohan?
Right.
Yep.
Guy, bro, you got freaking Guru. Come over here and unlock your full potential.
Ice knee, hit with the ice knees. Oh. He's slicing people like nothing, bro. He's like they baloney, bro. He's just like, you know what I mean? Like, there's cut cheese. He just mink, 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 slicing them down. And I'm like, Bro, you've never sliced people down like this
Ever.
before.
Yo, for
Ever.
real,
There's
bro.
no restrictions, so he can
Freezing
do whatever he
people to
wants.
death.
Bro, it's like, yo, he had to die to become a Shinigami. He had to die again to be fucking Raw.
Yeah, like they basically were like, man, look, we don't let you get your ass whooped a long time, and now you officially got the last whooping you can get with
Facts.
dying.
Facts.
So we gonna bring you back and let you whip some ass.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
then,
you know,
Captain Kurosuke.
Yo, I'm about to say, but then somebody
With
Raw
the- with-
had
with
to come in.
with the light cape on, but the boy came there
Yes.
swagged up, looking like
Right.
Pimp C in this
Yeah.
bitch.
Nigga's so shiny out here, bro. That's why he had to. That's why he had to wear the shades on because
Bro,
of Captain Kurosuke,
Captain
bro. It's too
Kurosuke
bright.
was just too bright in this mother.
he came in there and literally told them, "Hey, do you know who I am? I'm him."
I'm
Yes,
him. Yo,
I am
can
him.
we say that he's basically Bleach's Batman?
Yes.
Because this man is literally
Yes,
give
yep.
him prep time and he will annihilate whatever you
everybody.
had,
Whatever you think.
whatever you think, bro.
He had because he thinks about what you would think of by thinking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
So boy, you're like, what if? He's like the what if though.
Mhm.
Bro, what if?
Because
what
you
if,
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I can't let that go because there's a what if behind that. So
Behind
I'm
the
thinking
what
about
if.
that too.
Right.
He's too good. Like everything that he does is so meticulous, so on point. The fight with Captain Hisugaya where he just put him in the infinite loop and had him basically killing him over and over. And when he finally got to a point where he was like cognitive recognition, he was like, man, what's going on, man? Why do I keep doing the same thing? He was
Yeah.
like, oh, so you're not just a regular zombie. You
Right.
can actually think.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great.
He's a power.
Yeah, he was so
shit.
excited, bro.
I was like,
This
oh,
is-
you a real
man.
nigga.
This is gonna make it so much easier
Oh,
for me.
man. By the way, it's like, I don't know how many times you've killed me, but if it's like 10, you're paralyzed for 30.
Oh, there he
Paula.
goes.
There
Oh,
you go.
yeah.
Well,
He's just explaining it to him like a G, just telling him like,
Nonchalantly.
now it's time for me to take over and, do me and just be the rawness that I am.
Right.
And nobody's like stepping in to stop him. He's just physically doing as he wishes.
Yeah.
And once the Iran card came in to try to help, and Little overstepped his boundary
He
because
overstepped
sometimes
it a
you
little
question
bit.
your strength and you're like,
He
I've been
thinks he's
whooping
too-
everybody else's ass. Your turn, nah, nigga, your turn.
Right. Too big for his
It got
britches.
cut down quick, and then Captain Kurosuke is like, "Why would you do something like that? Now you lay there and die. I want to watch you die for
Yeah.
doing something that. Why would you think you're strong?
Right.
You follow what I tell
You're right.
you.
You. But that's why he's so strong, in my opinion, as well. Is this like the reason why he's so strong is because he's prepared for everything.
Yeah.
Really
Like he
is,
has
dude.
preparations for preparations. Like you thought he was raw when he had his sword out when he was fighting Captain Hisugaya, and he was like, "Oh no, yeah, I can read all of your attacks. My sword automatically reacts to it. I don't even have to be good."
Yeah, he was like, yeah, once a sword is getting swung at me at 60 degrees angles, it's
I'm
got
go-
automatically
automa-
parry
he
it.
got
And I'm
automatic
like,
parry.
what,
I
bro?
become a parry god.
So
What do you want?
specific.
And then you think that's where it ends, but like this man knew about this. Like he didn't know about zombies, but he had a zombie like
Contingency plan.
contingency plan.
I wish I had that in Wulong so that I could deflect everything, bro.
You know
That
what
would
I'm
have made
saying?
that game so much
it would
easier,
be
bro.
so much great. And like the thing is like he's had everybody's blood stacked up from way back when. So
Bro,
it's like
yeah.
he's so smart that he's done things that people will question and think that he's crazy. But now that he's bringing these things up, it's like, no, bro. I like you think I'm crazy for holding everybody's blood, but guess what? This is saving your life. You thought you were black. Guess what? I'm gonna inject you with this shot. Now you're even blacker. But guess what? You're underneath my command now.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, but we got to talk about that mood, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
bad,
We
bad.
got to talk about
Bad,
the
bad,
bro.
bad,
Baby.
Yo, he
Bad,
came
bad.
through with the love.
out.
Bro,
Swagged out.
How does Bleach
Love
come
swag.
here with the R&B soundtrack and just set the freaking move, bro?
He
Oh
came in
my
like a real
goodness.
one. He said, "Look, I care nothing about y'all winning. I'm just gonna make y'all love me and y'all kill each other, and then I win."
Yo,
Right.
how does
That's
man
all that
come out here
matters.
with this character looking like a big old version of Cupid,
Yeah.
and out here with just throwing out
Eh.
like the Luther, oh my god, I can't. Luther Vandross? I can't even
Luther
say that.
Vandross?
There we
Vandross.
go, bro. Come over
It's
here
actually-
with the
it's actually-
R&B
he'll
and
tell
stuff.
you.
Man, look,
Bro.
Pepe had the power of love. Stern Ritter L, and his basic thing is he would hit you with a love beam, and the love beam
Yeah.
would force you to be his own version of a zombie, a love zombie.
Yeah.
And you would basically follow under his command, and he was throwing it out to everybody, making one of the lieutenants fight against Bakuya. Mind you, backtrack, Bakuya's that nigga too.
Yo, he is that
'Cause
dude.
he
is
beat
that guy.
3 Stern
He
Raiders
took
on his
3
own.
of them on his
and
own.
on
Easy,
some light
slight
work shit.
Slight work.
You know what I'm saying? And he basically told him, "I'm not who you thought I was. I'm him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So remember that before you get crazy."
Don't try me.
You know what I mean? So I just think that those little elements of how they were giving other little people fights in the middle of Captain Kurosuchi beating the shit out of people, and then when they came to the Bakuya fight, he's beating the shit out of people.
Yeah.
Then Pepe come in and he start kind of like taking over, and then guess who comes right back in? Kurosuchi. We thought he was done.
Bro,
he
we
like,
thought he was
yo.
done. He took two captains out. I'm sorry, two Rainers out in the same episode. Two Raiders out
Raiders in the same episode.
in the same episode.
And the thing is we all seen how strong everybody was, right?
Right.
And Gigi, she was able to control pretty much who we thought was one of the strongest out of them. Right? And Bambi, we thought she was the strongest. She controlled him, so we automatically was like, damn, Gigi's that one.
She's strong.
And then there was like, she was like, yo, we need to hold out till Pepe comes. You know what? Well,
yeah, they were saying like,
Pepe is that guy. So you know Pepe was like a strong dude, bro.
Yeah.
And he said his power even overrides Gigi's.
Yeah.
And she was the one that was holding Ish down.
Bro, she was destroying everybody. She could, again, we have 3 captains that went down. Hitsugaya, the 2 fodder ones that I'm not even naming, and then Lieutenant with the big, from Hitsugaya squad, bro.
Yep.
Like, this man, like, she got bodies.
Yep,
Okay, so she defeated, you see she's a threat, and then we have Pepe coming in, and he's like, oh yeah, my power is even more powerful than Gigi's and stuff like that, because I got the power of love. And like again, he came in with the music and everything, and just started throwing beams at people.
Fire,
bro.
And that's what made Kurosuchi so much raw, because Kurosuchi beat him, but with his own, like, they were like, yo, this is my weapon, and he was like, now it's my weapon.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make that weapon that you thought was your weapon
even
beat your
better.
and you cannot stop my weapon because he's better now because he's my weapon.
Right.
And I'm just like, how? Like you like basically you walked in this man's house, ate his sandwich, smacked him in the face, and then gave him back the sandwich and was like, "Yo, I bet you won't eat that sandwich because it's my sandwich."
Right? Yeah. Nah, he was just like, "Oh, you thought you was black? Nah, see this? Boom, injected him, made him more black.
That's
it was like, my blacker is blacker.
That's it.
And he just was like, "Yo, my blackness override yours." And now he's my zombie, and he's more reckless.
And then Pepe was like, "Yo, what is going on? Like, I can always control Gigi's zombies and stuff like that. Like, my power of love is stronger than that." And then he just comes in and says, "Yeah, but my zombies are my zombies, though. They have no love. They have no love.
They don't feel that.
Like, just might drop and just kind of walk away, bro.
G stuff.
That's like, I don't care about none of that. This ain't about love with me, boy. I'm winning, and which is why I love Kurosuchi. Like he's in my top 5 now after this episode of Bleach characters, because not only just the way he fought, just his persona through the entire fight, where he was not taking no names. He was not here to impress nobody. He was here to let you know how inferior you were to him.
Yes.
And he showed how inferior they were to him.
You.
And he basically made it look like it was light work.
Right.
Like he was just out on a stroll in the park and had to take care of some shit. Just happened to walk by some shit. Like, I should take care of that because it's on my field. You know what I mean?
Nah, he was like, I might as well grace the battlefield with my presence. And this came out here, was like, this is what's left. I'll take care of this. This is light work. And then the crazy part is he took care of it. And then the other captain was like, yo, you sure this was the right way to do it? I think they should have died. He was like, no, honestly, I think they're better off fighting beyond when they're dead anyway.
Zombies,
that's what they're
better
supposed
as zombies, 100%.
He said, bro. Look, their job is to protect the Serite in life or death.
Yep.
Let's get it.
They would understand.
Facts. With no remorse. He's the only captain that I believe is going to do whatever it takes to win, regardless of what people
and
look
that's
at
what they
him.
need right now, honestly.
Yeah, because everybody's like, I don't know what we should do. He was like, I'm going to do whatever the fuck I feel like it, and we going to get this done.
Right, because while there was hesitating, Captain Hitsugaya was chopping everybody up.
Swear to God.
Right.
That man was he was out of fucking hibachi.
Because he didn't give a damn,
bro.
He didn't care. He was chopped.
I was like, you're a zombie now? You're part of the enemy? Well, I'm going to go ahead and use you. I'm going to use you real quick, too. I'm going to use you, too. We're just going to go ahead and just mop the floor with everybody.
That's it. And I just feel like, in terms of one thing that Bleach has been doing consistently, is everybody who's had an important fight has fought.
Yeah.
It has not been no
so many highlights
yet.
No, it's
even when it was light work fights, it was still a fight that was like, oh, that was amazing.
My favorite fight to right now is that Rukia.
The
Rukia fight.
Rukia. Yeah. Bro, when she just said Bon Guy.
Yeah.
And ended the fight, that's all she had to say was Bon Guy. And the fight was done. I was like, she's amazing.
She's a goat.
She's a goat. She's amazing. I'm done with this.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna flip back a little bit to Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
If Ichigo was how Yuji is.
Oh.
It would
When
be a different
fighting
story.
these people,
Oh,
when
yeah.
they're fighting these queens when he first
yeah.
showed up.
Yeah.
It would have felt so much better. I'm just
Gang,
saying.
gang.
I wish he had that attitude with that
Gang,
power, and it would have been,
Man,
yeah.
because like you said, taking
My
it back a
goodness,
little bit
dude.
further, one of the coldest lines this nigga said on his way down when he called
Captain Urahara.
Captain Urahara, he was just like, man, I don't care what's happening.
Yeah.
Hold out till I get there.
Yeah, I'll be
I
there.
got this.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He man
Then he
confident
go-
about it.
Get it.
No, but no, the thing
Bro,
is,
he-
he
bro.
could get it. The thing is, he could do it.
But the reason why I almost interrupted Brad is because you said that everybody was going crazy, but what about Ichigo?
No,
He
well,
sure
no,
so
didn't go
here's the
crazy.
thing.
Ichigo, that's what
Here's
I'm
the
saying.
thing.
No,
Here's the
remember,
thing.
and
He did it.
I also said the little stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
I
I'm
said the
like,
little stuff was enough because he did enough to make you say like he
Okay.
is different,
Bro,
but
No,
his personality.
No, the
stopped
thing
my
is,
guy.
I felt like they didn't want to highlight him just yet on his strength.
okay.
But the thing is I was mad because he came through and said, I'm going to handle everything and didn't handle nothing. And the plan went the way that the enemy wanted to go perfectly.
Yep.
My dude did a double. He did like this X move, like the Getsu Tenshu, and he did like the little X. Bro, how was that so raw?
Bro.
And then he was like, "Oh no, hold on, you gotta dodge that.
Move it, you're gonna die."
Move, you're gonna die. Oh no, man, she just killed 50 people.
Yeah.
Of your
She
guys.
killed 50 people.
Of your people.
No
Of your-
hesitation.
Badly.
People got charcoal, turned into zombies, freaking bitten to death, and you're like, "Oh no,
No,
dodge
don't.
this attack is too strong." No.
What's wrong
Please
with you?
don't
No.
die. I came here to kill everyone, but I want no one to die.
No,
Let's all
bro,
be
this
friends.
is a war,
Shut
bro.
your
We need
Shut
Ichigo
that
to,
up.
apparently we need Ichigo to turn black.
Right,
God.
you're right.
Because if Ichigo turn black, it's over.
He got to get a little hood in him.
It's over. Ichigo turn a
God.
little black
Hey.
and he's
Hey,
tearing
let me
Yo.
tell you something. If Orihime die, if
Nah.
Orihime die,
Yo, Orihime.
hey, that might need to happen for me to see.
Orihime came in there just bouncing.
If Chad dies,
But
I
Chad
don't
can't
know.
get
I
any
don't know how
more
much you
black.
care.
no,
about
but no. If Chad
Can't
dies,
get more
that will-
black.
yeah, Chad pretty there. Chad pretty there. Chad.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I gotta put some respect to Chad. I think he's like the dopest dark skinned person I've seen in anime.
Nah,
He's
bro.
he's up there. I'm just saying.
Nah,
and you try to
I
think
can't
about-
remember his name, but you got to give it to the blind swordsman that they got in the Shinigami, the blind swordsman. He's black and he's blind.
Oh,
we talking about
10?
Hellspatter?
No,
in
this
Bleach.
one in Bleach.
There's a black blind dude,
You
bro.
talking about the
and
one that
he's
used to be a
raw.
cat?
Nah, nigga,
He's
if
talking
you
about
giving
the
it up to
raw.
anybody, you gotta give it up to Yoriichi.
Yoriichi's
No, not Yoriichi.
Wait, who are you talking about?
What's the girl's name? What's her name?
Yeah, you talking about in this Bleach?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yoriichi.
Yeah.
Bro, she's a raw.
No, she's fine. I said
Man,
black.
I'm not talking about
Oh, hold
rawness,
on,
nigga.
hold
I'm
on.
just talking
No,
about
she's dope in her own.
Yeah, she's
in
her own
thing.
spectrum.
She's like like one of the best
Yeah.
characters.
She's
nigga.
one of the
one of
best.
the best
and
female
she's
characters.
black.
One of the best female characters. I got you, but I'm talking
She's
about
the best.
But I'm talking about like a black character in an anime. Bro.
Yoriichi.
There's not that many out there like that.
She's
okay?
the best.
All right.
Other than
No, she
other
is.
than Naruto.
She
No,
is
no.
the
What's the Raikage? Raikage in Naruto. He's the best. He's black.
Ah man, I'm not kind of like Killer Bee.
Yeah, Killer
Killer
Bee's
Bee.
better. He's behind you, so he's definitely better. Sorry.
Yeah, you know what? He
Man,
doesn't
he
like
raps.
Killer Bee.
Killer Bee
That's why he
raps.
don't
Killer Bee
like Killer
raps.
Bee. Remember how many times he
I
knocked
love
him over?
Killer Bee.
Pre-production.
Yeah, you're right.
I love Killer Bee, but his brother was stronger.
That's why he was knocking him off.
So, but the rawer character is B.
He's stronger though. So
Actually,
barely.
nah, I don't think so, bro.
Oh,
you
no,
got an
really?
8-tail beast inside
exactly,
of him.
that's cheating.
Yo,
That's
okay.
not- so you said that about Naruto?
Yeah,
Thank
he's
you.
cheating.
Shut
Oh
the fuck
my
up.
god.
He's best though.
Shut the
Oh,
fuck
God.
up. Shut the
Okay.
fuck up.
He has
All
number
right.
9, so it's fine. But
Yeah.
number
Alright.
8's cheating.
Hey, yo, so hold on. What's that final verdict for Bleach? 'Cause I'm not gonna
my
lie.
final verdict.
Go
I'm
ahead.
going first. My final verdict on Bleach is a 9. It was a great anime. It was great.
Okay.
It went through and through. It could have had it had old school animation, but it was great. I mean, it was also it had a little thing on it, but I give it a 9.
Okay. For me personally, I have nothing to take away from this anime. I think it was a perfect episode from start to finish. Man, there was a time when I was watching it. I was watching it with Lewis, and like I heard music pop up, and I'm like, "Yo, what is this?" And I had to turn the volume up, and then my dude started singing the thing, like he started singing it, and like it was so great. Like the soundtrack for the Bleach episodes, they always be on point. That's one of the biggest highlights that they do.
Yeah.
The episodes for me as a whole is like from start to finish. I loved it. I'm gonna give this a 10. I have no There's nothing I can take away from this. I enjoyed it. This is actually where you do a setup. They set up Captain Kurosuchi from the previous episode,
Yep.
and they delivered the following episode.
Yep.
Okay, you hear that, Jujutsu Kaisen?
Yep.
They delivered the next episode. Okay,
Yeah.
we had 3 episodes of setup. Okay,
Yeah.
I need some deliverance.
Just to piggyback off what he said when it came to the setup thing, that's what I've been talking about with the consistency when it comes to Bleach, because I noticed that when we talked about animation and what brings animes to different levels of where you would rank them is the animation at times, regardless of the story. You know, Jujutsu Kaisen in terms of animation is top tier, where Bleach's animation can get top tier, but relatively you're going to stay on that really great, like you're going to appreciate it, but it gives you that consistency enough to say that it's not like you might get an anime that's one time, like an episode in Bleach is not as great as the rest of them in terms of like animation, a little bit lower.
Yeah.
But
Right.
9 times out of 10, every episode is gonna have the consistency when they do get into fights.
Yeah.
Where the animation is gonna be about the same.
Yeah.
You're not gonna see a fight where you're like, that was a shitty ass fucking fight.
Right.
Like I'm a reference back to the Meliodas and Escanor fight.
Ooh.
Oh,
If you
no.
watch Seven
Stop.
Deadly Sins for the
Ugh.
longest,
Stop.
you always wanted to see the Meliodas and Escanor fight.
You-
Everybody wanted to see how Pride Escanor would handle
Biggest
Meliodas.
travesty.
That was
Then
whack.
we get that bullshit 2D.
Bro, I feel like I watched that season for nothing.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and
feel
you
like
didn't
they
even
wasted
know,
my time.
You didn't even know that fight was supposed to happen. And when they started leading up to it, the lead up was like, no, like now it has to be great.
Yo,
With
that-
Bleach, I haven't had that.
Yeah, no.
I gotta say this right now. I'm gonna give that episode a 0.
Yeah.
I'm
We'll
giving
give
it a 0. That's literally a 0,
Yeah,
bro.
They messed the
The-
whole
all
anime
the
up.
hype that it was supposed to be one of the best fights of the franchise,
It didn't.
Whack.
and it
It
was
didn't.
literally one of the worst things
One
I've
of the
ever
worst.
seen, bro.
One of
A
the worst.
0.
Yes.
Bro,
no,
like
nothing.
like they,
nothing.
I honestly don't even remember how raw the fights was previously
Nothing.
before it led up to it. They could have had amazing fights like that led up to it, but that final one was just like, yo, like you just left me off here. It was like, nah, I can't even respect you.
Yeah, animators that did that, y'all bad, and y'all should feel bad.
Feel
Yep.
bad about it.
Definitely do
It was
not do any
terrible,
more
bro.
animations. And if you've
I'm
done more
sorry.
animations up to this point, I don't want to see them. And if I have seen them, I'm removing them from my eye
That's
sockets.
freaking terrible, dude. It was.
But
freaking
anyways,
awful.
so my final deliberation is just like Josh's. I give it a 10. It gave me everything I wanted from start to finish. There was nothing I felt that was missing in that Bleach episode. I definitely feel like it's definitely one of the most consistent anime since it's been out again.
Yeah,
In
agreed.
terms of giving you just what you need every episode, a little bit more here, a little bit less sometimes, but just like the setup, like you said, every episode has ended with a setup that you know the next episode is about to be lit.
Yeah.
And it delivered every time.
And
Yeah.
they only missed one episode.
And it was 'cause
unlike
they didn't
the-
show it.
Yeah, they only missed one episode like all the other animes, which is kind of weird because it's like, what we're gonna do, like the new anime seasons are gonna come out and they're gonna still be showing some old anime episodes on here
Yep.
while we're gonna be watching the new anime seasons.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like the fall 2023, gonna be coming out now.
Great question.
And I mean, they got some fire.
They got some fire coming
some
out.
fire coming out.
They definitely
They
do.
got what the
Dr. Stone. World
Dr.
War
Stone.
II.
Yeah.
Dr. Stone, it was a little on the lull for me. The last season was okay. The other seasons were good. The last season was kind of like felt a little rushed and like everything was kind of proceeding a little fast. But as far as Dr. Stone for me, I look forward to see where they're gonna go with this season because they're gonna find out who did the whole catastrophe with the Stone stuff. So we'll see what's gonna go on with Dr. Stone. What they had the My Shield Hero 3.
Well, before we go to that, I want to touch on a little bit on Dr. Stone.
Oh, you got
Like, I'm a manga reader, so I already read it from start to finish.
Manga readers.
And yeah, I gotta say, like, I definitely do enjoy it. This is definitely something really different. It's very educational too. Like, there's like a lot of like everyday stuff that we kind of take for granted. Nowadays, you kind of see the development of how that happened over the years. And like, I'm not gonna lie, in this anime, this entire show, like, you see a lot of wild stuff, and you will never like. How do they think of stuff like that?
Yo, my boy said it's educational. Give me one thing you learned from there.
I know how to make a cell phone.
No, you don't know how to make. How you make a cell phone?
Oh, bro, you
Time
need to
out.
go
He's
get
not
sulfuric
wrong. It is
acid.
educational if you can remember the information
If
that
you
they
can
provide.
remember
If you can remember
That's
the
all I'm
information,
saying.
You're right.
Because
Yes.
they do give you a lot of shit.
They do give you a lot of
and when
stuff,
they break
but-
it down, you're like, I'm not a scientist, you dumb. I don't know any of this.
Bro.
But it is great that they give it to you.
It's
It is
really
great
good.
that you give it to you,
Because
but
there were plenty of people
they
that
could
were
lie
like,
to
"Oh, I know
me.
this
They
stuff."
could be lying to me.
But they're
all the
not.
time.
No, they're not.
They could be
But they're
lying
not.
to me.
That's the
They're
thing,
and
they're
I wouldn't
not.
know.
And you know what?
No,
And
you
even
would
if
know because you have the internet and you could search.
you can
it.
fact
You're
check
right.
it.
I'm
You're
not
right.
You can
searching
fact
that,
check it.
bro.
No, I'm not.
Oh, that's because you're lazy
not.
now, bro.
Bro,
Nah.
do you know how long they go? They go intricate into everything.
No, they really
Yeah.
do.
So
But-
it's like,
so you know
I
what's
would
the
literally
good
have
thing?
to fact check what.
The
First
fact
of
check.
all,
The
I
fact
don't
check.
even know how to spell the things that I'm trying to fact check.
So
Yeah.
how about if I put it this way? How about I'll backpedal a little bit from saying that
No,
it's
no, it's
educational.
educational,
No,
though.
just backpack from a little bit.
But
From
it's
is
fun,
it
though.
educational?
It's fun education.
But honestly, too, if you watch the series, you can kind of see like the development of humankind.
yes.
Of like of getting like
And
these
where we
are
came
all
from.
things like these are all things that's happened and people had to figure out.
How
Like
to do
Chrome, it's a great because like Chrome is a genius in this world
Yes.
in his own aspect. Like Seiku's coming from a I don't want to say future. I was gonna say future, but they're in the future now.
Yeah.
But like he comes from a time where everything's been like written down and stuff like that.
Civilized.
Chrome literally has to kind of come up with these ideas,
Mhm.
and like he's figuring things out on his own. And you hear Senku saying like, "Oh yeah, you already knew that. This is called this and this and that."
Yeah.
So it's something that's already happened.
It's clicking.
But the thing is with Chrome, this character named Chrome, he's a primitive person. He come from this era. Like he's showing how he's a genius in his own right.
Yeah.
And like again, you're seeing so many things happen again.
Highlights.
Stuff like you see how they make like ramen noodles and how they make rice and all that stuff. You see
Yeah.
how all that's being made.
And we
like,
take for granted that.
and we do
Coca-Cola,
take it for granted.
you
Yeah,
like-
Coca-Cola.
You know what I mean?
How
Like-
many steps did they have to do just to come up with Coca-Cola?
Like, bro, like I've drank water for like weeks, or like a week or two, and then
Right.
drank juice with some sugary juice in it. And was like, oh my goodness,
yeah.
this is delicious. Like, like it was like the first time I had it. I'm like, I can't
Right.
believe I've been drinking water for 2 weeks straight, and I just drank the most amazing. And it's just been like it's just like a normal Minute Maid that I've had many times before, but I've deprived it of it 2 weeks. So to have Coca-Cola must be amazing.
Let me piggyback on that too real quick. One of the things is when I said ramen, when they made ramen for the first time, Senku the first one that tried it, and he was like, ugh. I mean, I guess this is fine. Like, this is like some
this
really
one.
low tier, low quality ramen and stuff like that. One of the people from the printer, I'm sorry, not one of them. Every single
Everyone.
person from that era that never came from the past,
Said this was the best thing ever.
that
in
was the
their life.
best thing they ever tasted.
In
So
their life.
even like the lowest quality of ramen that Senku was able to develop
Mm-hmm.
is like the highest tier thing of that these people ever tasted in their lives.
Yeah.
That's the type of stuff that I love seeing. That's what this show's really about. It's kind of give you
Yeah.
appreciation for like the technology that you know
Yeah.
we've kind of strive, and
have,
that's like you
yeah.
know how things evolved over time. So I feel like that's a good anime to showcase all that. And again, educational, showcasing that. And yeah, I've been rambling.
No, you're fine. I think it's understandable that it is an educational show for those who want to learn how to make ramen noodle, rice, and probably build a cell phone. So I
No,
agree.
and that's the thing. Like this is. Have you ever seen it? Have you watched it yet?
I watched the first season, a little bit of the second season, so I
Ooh,
understand the gist
behind,
of
my
most
boy.
of it. I'm
Yeah.
super behind, so that's why I let you guys go off on that.
Right.
But I do
What else is
understand.
this season?
I do understand that the show, like you said, has a lot going for it in the terms of how it shows you what we came from initially in the very beginning, the process of how we first had to learn how to make everything. But Senku's doing it at a speed of rate because he remembers, like you said, he has a photographic memory.
Super.
He's doing it
Yeah.
off basically recipes that he's remembered.
Yeah.
And he's basically having to come up with this shit offhand that's in front of him. So again, it's a perseverance anime that shows you that you can still start over if you have the proper tools and education to move forward.
Hey, I just want to say, man, if you watch Dr. Stone, like this video just to make sure, you know, I want to get some support on this. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think it's really good. I'm not saying you're saying it's bad, but
I don't think it's bad
I-
at all. I didn't finish it, but I think it's a really
Yeah.
good anime. I think it definitely deserves a chance, so definitely hit a
Yeah,
like button if you
definitely.
like it.
So what other animes coming out? In,
Shield Hero season
Shield
3.
Hero. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I've seen the whole of season 2, so that's me inputting in my. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I gotta catch up with Shield Hero. I don't know what it was, but season 2 it kind of like lost me a little
And
bit.
season 2 had a lot of drama. There was a couple
So-
fights, but it was a lot of drama. They were basically giving you the setup for the final fight, and there were. You remember what we liked about the first season of Shield Hero was the fact that the main character, I can't remember his name at the moment.
Tatsumi, I think.
Tatsumi, yes, he was going through so much trial and tribulations from everybody.
Yeah, because everybody kept on
treating him
shunning
like
him.
garbage.
Yeah.
Nafumi.
Nafumi,
What the
yes.
freak is Tatsumi then?
I don't know.
no,
I don't know.
Whatever.
Not
All
for
right.
We will
It
edit that
sounded
out,
right
guys.
though.
Yeah. No, it didn't. When you said it,
I'm not getting it.
no. When you said it, I was like, it's not Tatsumi, and like I was just over here like, no, it's not Tatsumi. It's not Tatsumi. What is it? It's not for me. Because I named in Pokemon Shield.
Pokemon.
I named him not for me because obviously he was the Shield hero. But go ahead.
Okay.
No, yeah, but no, like I was saying, it was
Nerd.
the first season. The first season that we fell in love with was the fact that he had to fight so hard to be
He
like
did,
everybody
yeah.
was basically taking his leg out from under him every time he tried to get on his feet.
Right.
And he was basically trying to get on his feet the whole first season.
Yeah.
Then the second season, he's on his feet already, but he just has to deal with everybody's shit now when they was talking shit to him. And he basically, everybody's like, yeah, I know we didn't like you, but we need to know what you want to do right now because we're kind of
That's true.
and you're the nigga right now. So all of our 4 heroes, they're not good. You're good, and we need you. So I feel like this third season is just gonna. I feel like if they don't transition away from him just basically handling everything and make it more of just basically like if he is gonna handle it, just let him just be raw. Let's not make it a story. Let's not make all this drama behind it. Let's not have everybody running up to him like, please help us. Let's just have this nigga walk out there, big energy, and smack everybody up.
I got that big
Because
shield
he's got
on.
his squad, he's got his abilities. His shield is becoming overpowered by basically eating everything in
Absorbing
front of
everything.
him.
Right.
So I think this new season has an opportunity to make this another anime, because when it first came out, first season, people were talking about it.
Goated.
People were on it. People were
was
like, yo, this
really,
anime
really good.
is definitely gonna be
Top tier,
one
it's
of
gonna be
those.
good,
And then
it's
the
gonna-
second season came out and everybody was
You're
like, I mean,
yo,
it was good.
Yeah, it's like that.
You know,
yeah.
Yeah.
And then we left it alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like now is an opportunity for us to get back into it. So I hope they do it justice.
I'll be honest with you, I remember something about a turtle. And like, it
Yeah.
was like the first like three or four episodes in, and then
Yeah.
I think it was something about
The
a
turtle was a calamity. It was the
Yeah,
calamity of
calamity,
the
there you
world,
go.
and it
Yeah.
came out every once in a while, and
That's
it
how I
killed
remember.
everything. And the only way to kill it was to kill the spirit that was inside.
I think
but
it
the
was like
spirit
3
was good.
episodes, and I feel like nothing happened. And that's why I
Yeah, it was a
fell
lot,
off.
man. I'm telling you, like
Yeah, I
they
fell off
went
on it.
real, like they kind of built a lot of
crazy.
nonsense and cotton candy around the main story to kind
I
of give it
gotcha.
some life, and I didn't like that.
I will say this though, there is a sleeper pick for me because I'm not sure if y'all seen it, but Eminence in the Shadow season 2 is coming out.
Man, Eminence in the
So
Shadow.
that one
Another
right there
isekai.
is an isekai, and I really feel like they did
Yeah, man.
they do a really good
They
job.
do justice.
You know, it has the same as like, you know, this person comes from another world, get in here, and he's like, it's like he's overpowered, but he's not like, you know, he's insanely overpowered, but it's the way that he acts and the way that how the world's set up. It's like it makes it really interesting and really funny. And like this guy has like a special move, and every time he says it, he kills me every time.
Yeah.
He says it differently, and like the way he says it and everything, and like the way he acts in this world, it's so humorous to me, and it's kind of like, and it gets very unique.
Yeah.
And I definitely do enjoy it. So I'm definitely looking out for season 2 on this one.
Yeah, I think one of the most prominent things for me for that show is that the main character is overpowered.
Yeah, no, he is.
like legitimately can do things that are just retarded. But the funniest part is that he has underlings that are extremely
Yes.
overpowered as well.
Yo, yes.
Who, like, when it comes to fighting, like, he can whoop anybody's ass.
Yeah.
But sometimes his underlings step in on purpose. It's like, you don't need to handle this. We'll do it for you.
Yeah.
And, like, the underlings don't even look like they're going to handle shit. And they literally
They shit. Handle shit.
up.
Yeah.
And then it's like, bro, how are you so raw, but your underlings are like super, super raw.
Yeah.
So you don't really need to get involved, but he likes to get involved. Like, he's the type that like make people look foolish.
Yeah.
He wants you to be like, yo, I'm better than you. So, you know, so I think it's a really good anime to pick up.
One thing I want to know about the underlings, you know who they remind me of? Just kind of realizing it right now.
Who?
The same underlings from Overlord.
Oh, absolutely.
Because of like
Absolutely.
the way
Yeah.
things progress,
Yeah.
it's like the stuff that the main character does in this show.
Yes.
It's the same way that the underlings in Overlord react.
Yeah.
Always.
So I don't want to ruin it. If you haven't
No.
seen it, you
Yeah.
gotta catch it out. But you're gonna see the resemblance in that.
But
That's for
isn't
sure.
isn't the Moonlit? Isn't Moonlit having
That's a
another
different one.
too?
Moonlit
Yeah,
Fantasy.
yeah.
But he also has strong underlings. in
Oh
that
yeah,
one
he
as
does.
well, too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
That
does.
one
Yeah,
too.
he definitely does. Yeah,
Yeah,
with
he
I
Spider.
mean, like, yeah.
No, you're right. Yeah, yeah.
He
The one
has
with
a
the spider.
lot.
But
Actually,
The
he has
spider
a
and the
lot.
dragon.
He has a spider.
And he has
the
another one.
dragon.
He has
and then
an
he
undead.
has like a underlord.
Yes.
Undead
The
ruler.
undead ruler dude. Like, yeah.
Oh, it was a. Oh my god, what the heck is it called? Oh my god, a lich.
Lynch.
It was
Lynch.
Lich.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Lich
Lick.
or-
Lich.
Lick.
Lick.
No, Leech.
Lich.
No.
It's a lich. Lich.
I'm pretty sure it's Leech.
I play D&D. It's a lich.
It's called Lich.
It's a lich.
How do you spell Leech? Is with two E's?
No, not leech.
Leech.
Yes.
Is that how you spell
it's
leech?
Leech. It's Leitch.
How do you spell
Leech
Leech?
is
then?
double E's.
Leech.
Yes, bro.
Just one E?
Leech, nigga.
Bro, you're not editing this one either.
Jesus Christ.
So then his name is Leech because he had 2 E's in it.
No, he did not.
He's a lich.
Oh my god.
He's a lich,
No,
bro.
he didn't.
He's a leech, then.
Look up.
It has 2 E's in it.
Alright.
His name. All right, we'll see who wins.
Alright.
He had 2 E's in his name, so he's a leech.
Anyway,
Hey, you want to bet a Cowboys jersey?
hey, look. So the anime is another isekai. The guy gets transported into another world, and the deity wants to play a joke on him. And basically, she makes him so powerful that he can't control his powers. So no, he
Is that
has
how that was?
No.
his powers are too strong, and he has to get things to control his power. And his appearance makes him look like he's a demon.
That was Tsukiyomi that gave him that power.
No,
Yeah, it
he
was.
already had.
It was Tsukiyomi that gave him that
Tsukiyomi-
power.
No, he has something else. No, isn't
The-
his
the
powers
god-
a language
The god
power?
has made him look like he's basically like he emanates so much power from him that people are afraid of him.
No,
Right.
Tsukiyomi gave him that power. The goddess didn't.
I-
Why do you think he hates the goddess?
Yeah, he
because
gave
the
him, like, the
goddess gave him.
language.
She gave him nothing.
No, she gave him the
She
ability,
gave him a language of
the ability to
to
freaking
speak-
speak with to
but
speak
she
different
can't
languages.
speak human. But he can't speak human, so he can only speak other demon
Demon
languages.
languages.
You might be
That's
right.
what
the
it
reason
was.
why is his aura has homeless things, but I really think his aura was so demon-like because Tsukiyomi was the only one that gave him power.
Yeah. Tsukiyomi is the one that gave him the power, but like the goddess only gave him the ability to speak with other creatures and stuff.
Yeah.
That's why every time like he was talking to people, everyone was like, "Yo, what? Who is he? Why is he
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
to
why
these
is he
people?"
saying like that,
And then
yeah.
they kind of like, if I remember correctly, they were showing parts where he was like speaking to them and stuff like that, and it looked mad demonic, and it freaked the hell out of everybody.
Yeah.
And that's why you were saying like he couldn't talk to other humans because he didn't know how to talk to them.
That's true.
Yeah, but that goddess kind of did them.
Yeah, she
did
did
him
come over it.
Yeah,
I have
dirty.
another anime that I want to talk about, and it's one that for those who are of the younger variety should definitely not view. It's called Goblin Slayer.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
it's gonna get its second season coming out, and when I tell you that the younger viewers should not watch it, that is 100% what I'm telling you right now.
That's
if you
facts.
are under the ages of 18 and do not have a parent or guardian or somebody that's gonna basically protect you from what's gonna take place, please do not watch this
If
anime.
you get very uncomfortable, you probably shouldn't watch this anime. Because
Yeah.
I was forewarned and I didn't watch the anime just because I knew how uncomfortable
So,
certain
I'm gonna-
things I would be.
To be
No,
honest,
I'm gonna
though,
give you the uncut version of why I'm telling you not to be careful with this. Basically, goblins gangbang humans in this anime.
And I'm
Like
not with it.
there is so
Yeah,
much
it's-
goblin gangbang
I
in
can't
this
do it.
anime
I'm
that
not-
it's legitimately
wild.
a guy who has been through a traumatic past because he watched his family get raped and killed by goblins and decided to be a particularly only goblin slayer.
he specializes,
And
in
he
it, yeah.
specializes in literally only killing goblins and will only kill goblins. And every time he's killing goblins, somebody is getting by a goblin. It is not a joke. It is very,
I'm not
very,
watching it.
very, very, very,
Yeah.
very graphic.
I will
Yeah,
say
no,
that they did kind of tone it down towards the end of the season.
They did.
but they started the season really.
They were really
strong.
like
It
the
was-
first
I
the
the
remember.
first group of people that go out there. They think that it's okay to fight these little.
Nah,
They get
No.
mollywopped
yeah.
and
I'm
you
good
know
on that.
things were done.
Yeah, I'm not good on that.
So I just think that if you exclude some of that and just watch the actual fights that happen with Goblin Slayer,
I cannot
Just
exclude
overlook
that
all
at
that.
all. It's like, damn, you lose and you get what? Nah, I am not willing to fight. I'm gonna be a normal civilian that never leaves my house.
Right.
Like, hey, what can I do that I'll stay in the city at all times and be protected? I'm wearing a chastity belt, bro. Like, you was not getting me, bro. Like, no,
Yeah,
bro.
these-
I am not
these-
okay
oh,
with
man.
this.
these
dog.
goblins are ready for
Like
Yeah.
this,
There's
this
something
world,
else.
this
There's
is the
something else.
last world of anime that I would ever choose in. Like, bro, you lose a fight and you just get like violated. Nah, I'm good, bro.
repeatedly.
Like, nah, bro. Like, oh, you lost a fight, yeah. Bend over. Like, hold on.
Hold on, though.
Chop my head off, my guy. Like, what's good with that? Like, I never thought I'd be begging to get my head chopped off. Yo, just chop my head off, B. Like,
Yeah.
yo, like,
Yeah.
it's over.
Is there another one that's coming out?
Realistically, there's quite a few other ones that you might want to get into.
Man, I imagine there's like 25 a
There's-
season,
there's
bro.
a couple brand new animes that'll be coming out next season that
Alright.
are a couple ones that we might want to look into. Not
Yeah, we're gonna
purely
do our
based
best.
on any information that we have, just purely based. I go off covers.
Gotcha.
Sometimes I look at the cover and the name, and it's like that looks. Like
I
it's
mean, it
gonna
gotta be
turned.
interesting. If it's not
And a
interesting,
little bit of the synopsis here and there, but like sometimes I kind of really go off the cover, and I
Gotcha.
click on. I'm like, yo, let me see what this one.
Okay.
And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So that's that's where those are the ones that we feel right now are probably the ones that we would want you to kind of look out for coming out next season.
Also, yeah, too. If you guys could, leave us a comment, letting us what any anime is going to be coming up in this coming season, or if there's an anime that came out this season, and like you really think it snapped, let us know. We'll see if we could, give it a watch.
The easiest way for us to know that you guys are doing that though is to subscribe. So hit that subscribe button so we can see that you guys are part of this group, and make sure you hit that little bell button so you get those notifications when we drop a new video.
Oh, for sure.
Because we're gonna try to drop new videos and new shorts as much as possible, guys.
We're gonna be out here.
So definitely be on the lookout for those.